Hello, it's Ecom Rebel, and we are back again today. So, there hasn't been too much exciting in the news, and I thought, well, I better catch up. It's been a few days. So I thought, let's cover the markets, cover a little bit of the news, and there's a couple of things I want to show you. So, let's have a look at CoinLib. So, what's today? Monday, 2:15 it is in the afternoon on a lovely Monday. And let's have a look at the market right now. So we got Bitcoin at 6,406 and Ethereum at 453. Ripple is at 44 cents. Bitcoin Cash 734. EOS $7.32. Litecoin $83.25. Stellar is at 22 cents. Cardano is at 14 cents. IOTA at 99 cents, just under $1. Tether at 2.7 billion market capitalization, rounding out number 10. And they've got Tron, Neo, Dash, Monero, Ethereum Classic, NAM, and Binance just following after those. So at the moment, we've got a bit of green happening. It's good to see. And basically, Bitcoin's up 1.53% in the last 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance is up to 42%. I did see it go up to about 43% previously. And total market cap 257 billion. Volume for the last 24 hours is 8.23 billion at the moment. So we'll have a look at just after the top 10. We'll have a quick look down there, see if there's anything interesting. Zcash up 10%. And BitShares up 10%. Digibyte 15% up. So, and what else have we got? Qcoin. That's interesting. Qcoin down 15%. So something... obviously, the market not liking what's going on with Qcoin. We'll have to check that out, what's going on there. And so I think that covers about it. So it's quite positive. We got VeChain at down 8%, and essentially the next one will be Qcoin. So obviously, a couple of things happen there. We'll see if we can find out what's going on. So let's have a quick look here, just seeking a visualization. We've got BTC up 1.6, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Ripple. And you can see the ones that are down, Bitcoin Gold and Ven and Binance. Yep. So that's a bit of a visualization there. Now, I had a look at some of the news. This was interesting. I'll tell you, you can make some movies out of this stuff. So the US DOJ, Department of Justice, I think, released a indictment. I think they say indictment, July 13. And this relates to they're charging 12 Russian nationals for committing federal crimes funded by cryptocurrencies with the aim of interfering with the 2016 US presidential elections. So I love how they wrap the crypto in this, because basically they basically said they've used Bitcoin, allegedly mined or obtained by other means, to hack into computer networks associated with the Democratic Party, which was Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign. So yeah, they believe they've actually hacked into this and done basically damage or whatever. And it's interesting, they're looking at these 11 criminal charges, including that they laundered more than $95,000 through cryptocurrencies in order to fund their hacking activities. Wow, laundered $95,000. That's not much at all. I think. Yeah, if you'd invested in any ICO with a decent amount of money, you would have made more than 95,000. So yeah, obviously they're not. I don't know how well this story is or how it's going to pan out, but it's just fascinating that it could have been US dollars for all intents and purposes, but it turned out to be crypto. Yeah, so this news came out. Also, Trump released an executive order for a new anti-crime task force focusing on digital currency fraud. So this is why the privacy coins like Monero doing so well, because essentially, if you've got Bitcoin, it can easily be tracked, and once they work out where you've got it from, whether you've paid money for it like normal fiat and converted it, they got your name there. But if you basically convert it into Monero and these other privacy coins, it makes it way more difficult for authorities to track it. So, of course, you wouldn't be doing anything illegal, of course, but this is just to keep the hungry governments away from your doors. Okay, so I just thought I'd share that one with you. They'll probably end up making some sort of movie out of that. That'll be interesting when it comes out. So the other news I wanted to cover was my Ether wallet. Now, some of you guys may know this is my Ether wallet. This is sort of the only, well, mainly the biggest Ethereum sort of online wallet. This was the first wallet I ever used when dealing with Ethereum and doing all the transactions. So I got used to it, and also participating in a lot of ICOs. I used my Ether wallet. So very familiar with this. Spent a long time in it. So they split just recently. They had basically half the management went one way and the other half went the other way. So one stayed with my Ether wallet. The new group started up. They wanted a different way they want to do things. It's called MyCrypto.com. Make sure you check out it's got the link up here. Make sure it says MyCrypto.com, and you can see the little lock thing. You don't want to be on the wrong site. So when you come to this site, the difference is compared to my Ether wallet is here you can still use what these. Basically, if I'll demonstrate it by going to log in. Let's say we want to, so here we go. So how do you want to interact with your wallet? So you've got MetaMask, Trezor, Ledger, all those ones. And they've got the key store, mnemonic, and private key. So you could literally click here and paste in your private key. Now this is where a lot of phishing attempts were made, and this happened a lot. So if you pasted in your private key right there, you actually could be posting into a site that's pretending to be my Ether wallet. And as soon as you do that, they have access to your private key and they steal all your tokens, all your Ether. It's all gone. So what happened was MyCrypto, when they split, they've now made it that you can't do it with private key. It's insecure. Key store you can't use. Mnemonic phrase you can use a viewable address, but they want you now to use MetaMask, Ledger, Trezor, and Parity Signer. So if you have any of the hardware devices, that's fine. Also MetaMask, I'm familiar with that. If you haven't downloaded, that's an extension that you can use, and essentially you'll have a password, and that sits up here in the top right hand corner of your browser. So you would type in your password here, and once you log in, you can then interact with this site. So this, if you have a Ledger or Trezor, so with the Trezor, that's what Trezor looks like. So once you got a Trezor, once you connect that, you can then interact using the Trezor, or if you had a Ledger, you can do the same thing. And that's how you can actually interact with the site and send your Ether or send your tokens or do transactions like that. You can do that knowing the safety that your private key is not going to be disclosed to anyone else. So yeah, this is a good thing. Now, what MyCrypto's just brought out, what I like even better, they've got Mac, OS, Windows, and Linux and standalone. And essentially, instead of being in a desktop browser, they've actually brought it into an app. So I'll be checking this out. I'll be downloading this, and this is essentially what it looks like. So it works the same thing, but you can actually work offline until you go to do your transaction, and then you can do that on. You can connect to do that transaction, but the rest of it you can actually work offline. So that's pretty good. And the main thing is it's more secure. So if there's any issues with browser extensions, or if you're on a Wi-Fi network, this is a way better situation. So they're making it more secure so people are not going to lose their funds. So this is great. I'll probably do a video on this and show you guys how that works, and I definitely recommend that. I don't know if my Ether wallet's going to go down this track or whether they're just going to stay the same, but there's constant attempts to do that. I don't recommend you use the private key. If you are going to use it, use MetaMask, Ledger, or Trezor, or even digital Bitbox. Don't paste your private keys or even the key stores. All that can be used and your funds can be lost. Also, make sure you are on myetherwallet.com and you install EAL or MetaMask or Kryptonite as well. With MyCrypto, you can use any of those options there, and better yet, download the version, and that way you can interact with your Ethereum address and send your tokens and send your Ether. So that's just one way, or you can choose a different thing like Exodus, use that as a wallet. But I find if you're specifically working with tokens, maybe Exodus doesn't cater for, then you want something like this with MyCrypto. So I think that covers about it. So if you've got any questions, just put them down below. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like and subscribe. And yeah, just want to hear your comments about something you've learned. If you've learned something of that, if you're using MyCrypto or my Ether wallet, if you had any good or bad experiences, I would like to know. And look, if you're also looking for sort of some education, just the basics of how to get started in crypto, I put together a course for you guys, and you can always check it out. If you go to ecomrebel.com, you can click this little button here, and it'll take you through to the site. And you can check this out. I've got a little video here which runs. Yep, so basically it gives you all the information of what you're going to learn, and I put together, it's about 2 hours worth of video there with all the information. You can see what is covered in there. So once you get up to speed, I forgot to mention there's also a private Facebook group, so you can participate with other members that have done this training as well. This is only one of the first part of the training I'll be doing. I'll be doing more training. Shortly I'll be bringing out Crypto Profits course, and this will cover basically, once you know the basics, then you can confidently go into generating money from it. Essentially, there's different ways to make money, and I cover a couple of those in this course, and I'll be doing step by step, just like the quality of this previous video, and you'll get to you'll learn exactly how you can make money in the crypto space, because there's a few different ways to do it, and some ways might be better than others for you. So with that, I will talk to you again, guys, soon, and great. Okay, see ya. Bye.